Hey, John, I'm over north of Des Moines. I am coming towards Ohio. I'm going all the way over to Allentown, Pennsylvania with one of them damn ugly trash trailers. It's nasty looking, smells funny. Hey, Big Matt. Yeah, it's a nasty trailer. I hope I don't get caught with it over in Pennsylvania. Anything wrong like last time I was in Pennsylvania with a used trailer. See my new hat? Freezer Bound Outdoors. Set me a hat so I can advertise for them. Hi, Molly. Gary's live. I asked him, he's going to go to work though, so he won't be on much longer. So I didn't want to step on his toes, but I told him I was going to do this. No, John, I won't be in Ohio till tomorrow sometime. I'm just leaving Des Moines. Well, I'm right north of Des Moines. It's a windy son of a gun up here. I bobtail up here from the house, and I was getting 10 miles a gallon with the wind pushing my back. So I don't know what I'm going to get now pulling this thing. Yeah, it's close to 500 to line, but I'm only going over to Walcott today. I'm going to stop and wash everything. We're about 180 miles so from Walcott. Once I get over in Illinois, I just don't like some of the truck stops over there. So I carry. You guys see they're working on the highway, widen, making a bigger highway down through here. It's like a dust bowl. Yep, that's the worst part about in the mornings, taking off and be going straight across 80, and the sun's going to be in my eyes in the morning. It'd be nice this afternoon so in the back, but this is a walking floor, John. It's got an open. It's all aluminum trailer, but it has an open top. I know you've seen what the guys haul trash in. That's what it is. It does have new tires on it, but all the lights work when I hooked up anyway. So maybe I can make it there with it. I hate pulling these used trailers. Well, even the new ones, I have problems with them sometimes, but the used ones, you even have more. It's like when I first hooked up, it didn't have no brakes. It took a while to get the air back there in the tanks for the trailer brakes to work. Hey, Paul, I can't see who that is that typed there. That name is so small, there's no way I can read that going down the road. I did get my APU fix. It was the alternator, was $768.12. I don't have where I can use the air conditioner, but at least I can use it for the heat and the fans. So that's a plus. The compressors on back order has been for 5 months, trying to get the compressor for the AC part. And the compressor's almost $1,200 when it comes in, not installed, just the part. So I'm looking at another probably $1,500 or $1,600 to get the APU completely fixed. They had one at Vanderhaeg's. It's a like a junkyard for big trucks for $5,000, but it's used. A new one's $13,000, a complete unit. Yeah, that's what I thought too, John. Just for an alternator and a belt. I know an alternator for this little thing probably wouldn't cost over 100, 150 bucks if you went and bought one somewhere at a parts store. Can't be that big of an alternator, I don't think. It might be because it does keep your batteries charged when the truck's not running. So I don't know what amperage it is. Hi, Susan. We got about 6 miles and we'll be headed east and it won't be so bright. Hi, Verna. I've only come 13 miles and my fuel mileage has dropped almost a half a mile per gallon. I hate to see what I was getting right now when it's fighting this wind. Thank you. I don't edit. I just go out and push play and I just showed different critters. And then I went fishing yesterday, got skunked. I had 3 or 4 bites, but I didn't catch nothing. I ain't went fishing over a year. And I was watching the chat and watching people load and unload their boats. And every time I get a bite, I was distracted and I missed them. But I enjoyed going out there sitting peaceful for a while. And there was a breeze coming across the water. Hey, Kim. Is it raining down there yet, Kim? When I left the house a while ago, it was getting ready to rain up at the house. Oh, you got the grandkids still? Okay. No, you're right, Vernon. Sometimes it's just a Shannon's asleep, and I hate to do much around the house when she's sleeping. And so I went over there. Well, I was over there. Well, I was live for over an hour and a half, but I stayed there a while. My phone got hot. So I was there probably almost 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Then I went up to the Chinese restaurant and got fajitas for us for supper when she woke up. Hey, Paula, I'm not fishing today. You guys are into outdoor stuff, make sure you check out my hat right there. It's Adam at Freezing Brown Outdoors. He does a lot of stuff with kids and his community and stuff. Really good guy. Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit different view. Yeah, I got home and it was about 3 o'clock. They called me with this load, but I wasn't coming up here last night. They weren't open anyway. So I really didn't want to go to Pennsylvania, but at least it's something to do. Now it's not so bright. The sun's at our back a little bit. Probably you guys are going to be kind of bored having weekends off now. Junior not racing no more rest of the year. You can get your honeydew list out for him to do now. Don't let him sleep all the time. If you need help, I'll help you. I think you ought to wash and wax your car for you. Maybe detail the inside. I had Toby's ex-wife, Lucia, shampoo my seats and my carpet in the truck Friday. So my truck's pretty clean inside, but I got to wash the outside. Our gravel road's nothing but a dust bowl. There's dust everywhere on it. Oh, that ain't a bad idea for him. He could do the dishes. Yeah. I know he hates to wash dishes. I can't say much. I do too. Time to toughen his hand up so he can hang on to the steering wheel next year. Hey, Charlie, you having the live tonight, Charlie? Or you no? That day's Tuesday. Or no, your live was supposed to be last night, ain't it? Uh-oh. Am I still connected? It said connect to Wi-Fi. You're gonna try? Okay. Yeah, I thought it was tonight. What I get my days mixed up when I'm home for a while, and Shannon works on Sunday night, and so she was talking about it was her Tuesday yesterday. That's why it was her Tuesday because it was her Tuesday from work, and I get my days mixed up. So make sure everybody goes over and check Ugly Dog Lures out tonight. Watch him do some amazing painting and aggravate male. I usually don't watch Charlie paint much. I just sit there and aggravate Mel. That's that's what I get in my enjoyment, just aggravating her or Joey if they're in there. I got their phone numbers and Joy's phone number. She don't like spiders. So about every other day I get a picture of a spider and I send to her. She gives it back though too. Her and Joy both give me it back. So oh, another storm. I take it, Vin, you're on here. You made it through last night anyway. No broken windows or nothing. You guys been getting quite a few storms down that way. It looked like when I left the house, Shannon was going to get some rain today. I don't know if it hit or not. She went to bed. So it's supposed to start at 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock, raining at our house. Yeah, I thought it was kind of odd for you guys. I mean, you're in the desert, and you guys are getting more rain than a lot of people up in north where it rains all the time. Hi, Jason. Oh, the old woman's got you working today, huh, Jason? Molly, I haven't heard your voice. Are you feeling better? I hope. Really? What are you saying really for? Because I said the old woman had Jason working. Oh, you're still hoarse? Or, yeah, you said hoarse. Oh, okay. Don't forget you got that generator to tune up. Yep, I'm headed to Allentown, Pennsylvania. 1,023 miles on out there. It's empty, Charlie. It's a trailer they haul trash in, and they're taking it out here, going to work on it and refurbish it or something. It's just a aluminum open top trailer. I know you guys seen what they haul trash in around the country. Catches a lot of air right now. It's catching a lot here, making my temperature raise up a little bit in this wind. That's what I need to start doing is when I hook up these trailers, or I'll, well, I ain't got everybody on Facebook. Maybe I'll do a little short when I hook up to a trailer so you guys can see what the trailer is that I'm pulling that day. I'll bet you are. You work so many years and a lot of hours, and I'll bet it is bugging you just sitting around the house. You're used to getting up early and going to work and working, 10, 12 hours a day or more, or days straight. Somebody's in the basement. Hey, Alfonso. Hey, Alfonso.
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right.
So where are you heading to now?
I'm headed to Allentown, Pennsylvania, but we just left the Des Moines, Iowa area.
We just left Des Moines, Iowa?
Yeah,
So what interstate, 80 or 76?
I-80.
I-80?
Yeah, I'm going to be on I-80 all the way across.
So you're going to go all the way to Pennsylvania, right, basically?
Yep, almost in New Jersey.
So you're going to go through South Bend again, basically, right? I-80 and
Yep.
90?
Yeah, yep. Yep, I'll be going through South Bend tomorrow.
Wow. So you didn't get much done in Colorado, right?
No, I was in and out. I don't run out there a whole lot, and I won't
No.
be out the rest of the year now because the chain law went into effect, and I don't carry chains. And the 1st of October, you got to carry chains on a semi to go into Colorado, even if you're not going in the mountains.
Oh, yeah. From October through May, the chain?
Yep. So, yeah, I won't be out there till next year now if I go out there.
Yeah, but the highways here in Colorado are very steep. And then in the
Yep.
winter, too, they get very icy.
Well, it ain't so much the ice and snow, it dumps a lot at one time. Some places, they don't measure it in inches, they measure it in feet.
Yeah. Yeah, we get like 6 to 8 feet of snow out here in Colorado average.
You could be in Denver and be 50 degrees. You get up there on the mountain, and there'll be a blizzard up there.
Yeah. It's a blizzard up there in Colorado, up here. But you get blizzards too throughout the Midwest in the
Yeah.
winter too.
especially right here where I'm at right now. This I-80 catches heck in the wintertime. There's a lot of snow on it. It's like you guys will watch here when the winter gets here. I won't be up here as much because it gets so bad up here, and I just don't fight it. I just stay down south. I run across 20 and 10. You know, I stay down in Texas, you know, down towards Florida and more in the wintertime. I don't have to come up here and fight it. There's a lot of wrecks on this highway in the winter.
A lot of wrecks, jeez. So like so you go along the border, right, in the wintertime?
Yep.
Like I-10 through New Mexico, Arizona,
I'll
stuff
run
like that?
down to, I'll run down. Well, I don't go all the way out to, I do go to Phoenix. That's as far as I go on I-10.
Yeah, do you go through Las Cruces on I-10?
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's 3 interstates in Las Cruces now. You got I-10, 25, and I-70.
Yep.
Because I know they made that into an interstate. It used to be Highway 70, but they made it into an interstate. So
Yep.
it's
One
now
going
I-70.
on over to Alamogordo.
Yeah, you been out to Alamogordo, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you seen. I used to live in Alamogordo 20 years ago. I graduated from the high school there.
Did you?
Yeah.
I like that area. I don't really like the desert, the
desert?
sand, but you know the hills and the colors around Alamogordo are kind of
Yeah, yeah, White Sands National Monument, the Tularosa
Yep.
Basin, all that. Yeah, I remember when I used to live in Alamogordo, we used to eat at the truck stop. What is it, Lowe's Travel Center, so what is it? The truck stop?
There's a Texaco on the north side. I used to stay at it all the time. They had good food there, Mexican food there.
Oh, yeah. Next
on the
time, if you
north
go down there,
side.
can you give me some Mexican food from down there? Like, you can send me the Mexican food in the mail.
Yep. I'll email it to you.
Yeah. Or you could always send it to me free matter for the blind, like how I'll send you stuff in the mail. Free matter.
I had Mexican last night. There's a new restaurant, little town, about 10 miles north of us.
Yeah.
It's called El Rey's something. And hey, AR. And they do really good Mexican. One of the guys is from Cuba that cooks there.
Yeah.
They do a really good job there. It opened up here a while back. We've been going up there when I'm home, at least once when I'm home.
Yeah.
We got the steak and shrimp and chicken fajitas.
Yeah. Hey, when was the last time you got to Alamogordo?
Oh, it's been
On I-70.
When I seen Charlie and Mel, I went down through there, or I came back through there after I'd seen them. So it's been over a year.
Yeah, because I heard that now going through the checkpoint on Highway 70, going to Alamogordo, you have to have a passport now. You have to carry your passport.
Oh, I don't know. I ain't been down there. It's been over a year.
Because
I
I
don't
know.
have a passport, so I guess they'll have to deport me.
Well, they definitely let you pass through the checkpoint. That's about it.
Yeah.
Because I know there's border checkpoints coming from El Paso, like going up I-54 north to Alamogordo, there's a checkpoint. If you go north of 25 going towards Hatch, there's a checkpoint. If you go west of I-10 towards Deming, there's a checkpoint.
Yep.
Border checkpoint. And, like, you can't get past without having to carry your U.S. passport anymore. Like, even if you're a U.S. citizen, you still gotta carry it.
Yep.
I know my passport just expired this year.
Oh, we're gonna deport you then. Get ready. I'm gonna send a bus for you.
Yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen, but my U.S. passport to cross the border expires
Oh.
because I was using it to cross the border checkpoints within New Mexico to go to Alamogordo, Hatch, or Deming. However, there's one road that you could get around it, around the checkpoints. You know, from Santa Teresa, there's Highway 9 to go west to Columbus, then from Columbus north to Deming, which free from the checkpoints and all that.
Hmm.
So there's one way to get around it.
You know why Mexico doesn't have anybody in the Olympics, don't you?
Now,
Anybody can run, swim, or anybody that can run, swim, or jump, they're already in the United States.
wow. Wow. Imagine driving into Mexico with the big truck.
I've never done that. I've drove into Canada, but I've never went into Mexico.
What is it like to go across the border on a big semi? What's the process like? Is it different?
They check all your paperwork, make sure you don't have any weapons, knives. You can't have no knives over a certain size, and if you smoke or something like that, you can only have so many packages of cigarettes or tobacco products. It's kind of a pain in the butt,
Yeah.
and your paperwork's got to be a certain way. If something's wrong on your paperwork a little bit,
Yeah.
they turn you away and you got to redo your paperwork.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yep.
That must have sucked if you get turned away like.
Even in a car, it's getting bad. Watch Scott rambling
Yeah.
with the Brahms. He lives in Canada, but he comes down to the States a lot. And
Yeah.
he said it's even getting worse in cars now coming across.
Yeah. Hey, I got my trailer safety certified.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Hey, I like them pictures you sent me from your
Graduation, yeah.
graduation. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah, I
like
wish
you
you
had
would
a lot of fun.
I wish you would have stayed down here in Colorado, man. But I know you have to go get the truck fixed. Yeah, even though my trailer has a missing door, the way I got the sticker certified, like I just paid the inspector some money and then they gave it to me.
Oh,
That'd be bribery, right?
yep.
Like if you
I'm not
pay,
going to say anything, but we have to get our truck inspected
yeah,
every year, and my company actually is going to have us do it twice a year now.
yeah.
And you can buy the form in a truck stop, and
Okay.
it's only like $6. So that's how I inspect my own.
Wow, the form.
Yep.
Now, when you go to the truck inspection, do you have to pay a certain amount of money, something like that?
Yep. Yeah, if you go to a truck stop, it's like $70 to have them inspect your truck.
$70, right?
Yep.
And how long does that take for the whole process?
About an hour. If they do it right.
But that's what, level 1 or level 3 inspection?
Well, if you do your own, it's an hour, but it depends on the officer when the officer does the DOT. And if it's level 1, it's just looking paperwork.
Okay.
Level 3, they don't hardly ever do a level 2. They might do a level 2 once in a while, paperwork, lights,
Yeah.
and they do that once in a while. But level 3 could take you about an hour.
Okay. So what if the inspector just writes you off and lets you go like that without really checking?
After he does what?
Like, let's say you have passed by the inspection and they just write you off a sticker without really checking.
Or you can go on if you got something major wrong and they got to come and fix it.
Yeah.
Like when I got stopped out here in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, I had a flat tire. I had to have it aired up before I could leave.
Right.
Now we do get, like on my windshield down on the right corner, I got a sticker shows I got inspected. but
Right.
it's outdated now, so I need a new one. And then they don't mess with you as much if somebody's already inspected you.
Wow.
Now, if you get inspected, like if I got inspected right now,
Yeah.
I have 24 hours. If somebody else inspects me, they can't
Yeah.
write me up. I have 24 hours to fix it.
Okay.
And then you got to have it signed off by your safety director, and he
Okay.
sends a paper back into the state.
Wow. So that's the whole process, paperwork process, right? To get inspected
Yep.
and all that.
Yeah, a lot of paperwork. And then also we have a point system on our driver's license.
Yeah.
We have our points if you're speeding or careless driving, but we
Right.
have another one on the DAT. If we have too many write-ups for unsafe stuff on our mechanical, we
Right.
can't get a job somewhere. Or you can get disqualified to drive if you have too many. You know, if you get out of services too much,
Yeah.
you can get fired.
Wow. Well, I didn't know that. Shit, that must
Yep.
be complicated.
Yeah, and it goes with you on your driver's license. The DAT, they look at that more than your driving record. They look at that more, see if you know, they want to make sure that equipment's safe. That they're stricter on the safety part
Right.
than they are on the other.
Now, what would they say to me if I was the one driving without the license?
Well, you'll get a big ticket.
Knowing being legally blind, you know, imagine that. Like you pull up to the inspection pit and they see me with my cane and all that getting up from the truck.
I imagine if they wanted, they probably could arrest you too.
They could arrest me for that?
Especially for a commercial vehicle.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much in a car,
Right.
but I know they can take the car away if you not let you drive away.
Right.
But I don't know on a commercial vehicle. If you're really going to do it, you ought to be just a pilot.
Yeah.
Get your pilot license.
Yeah, but it's hard to get a license nowadays, right? It's more complicated in general.
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, now they changed the deal. Like for truck driving schools,
Yeah.
you can't just start a school. You got to have all kind of certifications. And because there for a while, everybody was starting a school, and
Yeah.
they weren't doing the criteria, and they turned a lot of people out here on the road that shouldn't be out here.
Right.
So this government stepped in, and now the schools have got to be certified, and they got a certain criteria that they got to meet, and before they can be a school.
Wow.
It's like there at home, this guy, he don't have a school, but he's got a little straight truck, but
Yeah.
he's got a trailer on it, and he lets people rent that to drive and take their license, and I think that's wrong because it's just a little bit bigger than a pickup.
Right.
It's not the same as driving a big truck,
Right.
but it's got air brakes on it and stuff on his trailer, so it's legal by law, but I don't think it should be legal.
Wow.
But he makes a lot of money. It's like $400 for 2 days. He let you drive his truck around,
Right.
get used to it, and then takes you over to get your license, do the road test, and it's like $400 or $500.
Wow. That's, you know, where I'm from down in Las Cruces, it depends on where you go to take the driving course and all that. If you go down, they might take you down to Mesilla and to do the road test, and it's pretty easy there. and people are more likely to pass that way than versus other parts of Las Cruces where you deal with heavy traffic and all that now.
Yeah, it's like when I got my driver's license a long, long, long time ago. I lived in a small town where I live now,
Yeah,
and there's no traffic, no big streets, and
right.
so it was really easy to drive around.
Again, now that changed, right?
I don't know if it has there yet or not. I don't know where they do it anymore. We used to have a license bureau in our town, and they closed it up. There's one over in a bigger town, a little ways away. So I don't know if they do the license over there or drive tests or what they do. I haven't heard nobody say.
I remember 20 years ago when you had to be 16 to get your driver's license, but they raised the age to 18.
No, it's only 16 to get your license still. You can get a permit in a lot of states at 15 and a half.
15 and a half.
Yeah.
But I remember in New Mexico when I was in the ninth grade, it used to be like 6. It used to be like 14 or 15 to get the permit, and 16 to get your license. But they raised the age to 18
Oh.
to get a permit until you graduate. Then now until you graduate high school, then you could get your full license. But now if you don't graduate high school, you can't get your license.
No. Trying to make it where people stay in school, are they?
Yeah. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's good some ways and bad in others. There's certain circumstances. I mean, there is circumstances years ago, like a father got killed and the son has to go to work and do things.
Yeah.
The mother never drove, so that would be bad for him because he's trying to help his mom support the family. So now if it's just a dropout and a druggie, just didn't want to go to school, it would be good for them so they couldn't get their license. But
Yeah.
so there's a good and bad about it, both of it, I guess.
So both ways then, right?
Yeah.
Because what the problem is they're trying to keep crimes off the streets too.
But I don't like it. The one thing I don't like about it is they're trying to manipulate everybody to do certain things to make us robots. There's no
Right.
freedom, expression. It's like even on YouTube here, we can't say certain things or do certain things, or they'll demonetize us or cancel
terminate
our
your channel.
shows. Yeah, or
Yeah.
terminate. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I got hit with a warning one time. Sometimes you hear others about asking others to run your playlist and all that. You can't do that on YouTube. You can't ask others to run your playlist. Because then you might get hit with the warning that you got when your video has invalid traffic.
And everybody does it.
Yeah.
But it depends on who you are.
What do you mean?
If you're supporting something they want, they'll let you get by with it. But if you go off the different ways, like Shirley, once in a while does her prep and stuff, and they get mad at her. Yep, Charlie, it's getting worse every day. The people dictating what others can do.
Wow.
We're not in a land where everything is free and you get freedom to do stuff. Now they're trying to tell everybody what they can do and can't do. I mean, yeah, we got to have laws. Don't get me wrong. We got to have laws and different things, to keep things safe.
Right.
And I'm not against, police, or nothing like that.
Yeah, but a lot of bad things happen online. They want to keep children safe too. Online. Because a lot of things has happened. A lot of bad things happen with children. You know, like children being exploited online, or you know, you get these predators out there. So they're trying to control everything. You know.
Oh, you got a learner's permit at 13 and a half, California? No. Yeah, but that's back when they had the Model T was new, Alvin. I mean, the Model T couldn't run over 30 mile an hour, so you guys is okay. Oh, 13. Yeah, that's what 15 and a half. Yeah, that's what it was. What it is in Missouri, 15 and a half. You can get learner's permit. You got to drive with somebody, but you can still get your license at 16.
Now, how are the people in Missouri in general?
Kind of easy going, laid back. Don't take shit off people. Most of us carry guns.
Wow.
For the most part. We do have some other people there, but their majority is a Republican state.
Now, is it friendly, like Southern hospitality type state, or no?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean, we have certain areas you wouldn't want to go to that it ain't, but it's not as southern as some of the southern states, but we're right in the borderline. You know, we're
Because
close
are you
enough.
near like the Ozarks, something like that?
No, I live north Missouri.
North Missouri.
Yeah, I used to live down by the Ozarks. I mean, my wife got together, but we're in the north part. We're north of Kansas City.
North of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like maybe you know, people are more friendly down south than the north and all that.
They are. I mean, you go down south, it's yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You know, they hold the doors. And Missouri's about the borderline once you get up, like in here in Iowa.
Yeah.
And I mean, Daniel comes in here. Don't get me mad at me, Daniel. When you get up into Minnesota and Wisconsin, the people just aren't as friendly. I mean, it's just that way.
Or like if you go back east, like New York, Virginia Beach, and all that, like the coastal areas.
You know, Alvin, I think we had a farm deal too in Missouri where you could do, I know they do for like my son, Paula's husband that's in here. When he worked grain doing things, he could actually drive the grain trucks without a license. And even the big trucks, you know, you don't have to have a CDL and stuff. And so I don't know exactly, I'm not going to say how it works or whatever. I don't know what the thing is I just passed me, but it looked like a spaceship. But I know he can drive the grain trucks. He worked for a farmer for a while, and he doesn't have a CDL. So I don't know how it's all done out here anymore.
You know what? I remember during the pandemic, my friend in New Mexico was telling me that there's this trucking company that hiring truck drivers. Like they were waiving the CDL requirement to be a truck driver. This company was waiving the CDL requirement.
The company couldn't do it.
But that company got in so much trouble.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. If the company was letting them drive without it, Yeah, they big time.
They got in so much trouble. They have to pay hefty fines here and left and right in multiple
Yep.
states.
There for a while, you was talking about New York and the East Coast up there. New York for a while when CDL come out,
Yeah,
they would send the people that lived in New York. They sent them the test and the answers, and all they had to do is mail it back to them. They didn't actually
yeah,
have to go take a test. They sent them all this stuff,
yeah.
and they got caught. There's a lot of people didn't even have to take the test. Now, when
Wow.
CDL come out, I didn't have to take the test because I already had a chauffeur's license,
Right.
and I grandfathered in.
Yeah,
But
isn't it
I've
nice
already been driving for years.
isn't it nice when you get grandfathered into some new regulations like they have to honor it, right?
Yep. Now, my dad, he'd been driving longer than me. He didn't get grandfathered in. He had a ticket on his license he didn't know about
Right.
in Florida. He had paid it, but it was still on the books. My mom found the receipt and had to send it in to him.
Yeah.
And he had to go take the test because he had that ticket showing up on his license.
Wow.
And he'd been driving a whole lot longer than I had. My wife still carries the CDL. She don't drive anymore.
Who, Shannon?
But yep, that's how we met. She was a truck driver. We met down there by Phoenix, Arizona, in the Eloy area, but she has her CDL. It's CDL, but it's not an active CDL. You
Right.
don't have to take. When you have a CDL, you have to take a physical every
Okay.
year or 2 years, depends on what you get. And she's got it exempt from that right now because the job she does doesn't require her to drive. But
Yeah.
to make it active, all she has to do is go get a physical, and hers would be good then.
So what kind of job she doing now?
She's a dispatcher at a trucking company.
A dispatcher?
Yep. They make car batteries and different batteries. They actually have 6 loads of batteries coming out of St. Joe coming to Denver every week.
Wow.
She sends 6 trucks out there every week. Then they go down to El Paso, and then they come back up to St. Joe.
Wow.
So if you're looking around and see a red Ruan truck, Shannon has dispatched them out there.
Okay. Hey, you think what Shannon be able to hire me as the truck driver the way I'm at now or no?
You could work in the office.
In the office, right?
Yep. Hell, you see enough probably. You could probably do shag driver, but you still, I don't know, if you didn't go off the lot, you wouldn't have to have the license. And they do have them. Hey, Goose. I see you after a while, Goose.
Yeah, I remember the last time I had my eyes checked at the eye doctor, like, just with my glasses, I was only able to see the first letter on the eye chart within 5 feet.
Well, Alvin, you still got your CDL, though. So if I come out to Nevada, you can drive me around then. I had my first time I got my chauffeur's license, I worked at a gas station, and we had a AAA account. We had to go out and start vehicles and do stuff, maintenance, and I drove their pickup. And it was required on the insurance for me to drive a pickup, I had to have a chauffeur's license. So that's why I got my chauffeur's license to start with.
Wow.
Just to drive a pickup with a jump pack in the back,
No, I have a friend of mine in Texas, in El Paso. Well, he used to live in New Mexico, where I'm from, but he moved to El Paso. But he's legally blind, and he drives without a license.
Hmm.
He got into a wreck already 3 years ago.
You better watch it. He could be in jail.
Well, he said he's above the law because he was a former district judge in Alamogordo 20 years ago.
There's a lot of people think that way.
And plus, he said he's a World War II veteran. He's like in his 60s now.
We had an old guy where I used to live before I moved here. We moved here 14 years ago in this house. We had an old guy that he was like in his 70s, drove a Cadillac, and he didn't have a license, but he had a lot of money, and he would drive in the middle of the road and all over. He had several farms
Right.
and stuff, and he didn't care. I mean, he's a nice old guy, but he was dangerous. Everybody knew him. His name was Lloyd. And you had to watch when Lloyd was coming because he wouldn't see you.
But was he considered legally blind or no?
No, he wasn't blind. He was just old,
Oh,
but he didn't have a license or nothing. They had taken him away from him, but he didn't care.
yeah, because I know my friend down in New Mexico. He went blind from diabetic, but what happened? He got his license taken away after being declared legally blind. And he said it sucks because he lost all his freedom.
Verna, the V's place coming in that comes in here. I don't know if she's still here or not. She lives in Ohio, and she's got a medical problem.
Yeah.
And she tried to turn her license in Ohio, and they wouldn't take him at first because she wanted to be responsible and not drive. Right. And she had a heck of a time trying to turn her license in.
Wow. So she's trying to surrender her license, or
no? She don't have them no more. They finally took them.
Yeah, she finally gave it up, right? Well, but I thought you still have your license, even though you're not driving, right, or anything like that.
Well, you need an ID, so yeah. But she didn't want to take the chance.
Right. But nowadays,
oh, you was Alvin. You was a valet parking, huh? They used to do that, I believe, at Boomtown. Do the valet parking. Boomtown's a whole lot different now. It used to be nothing but for trucks. Now it's a tourist trap, but I like Boomtown.
So you think you could haul my trailer like this, Randy? With the missing door and with the safety certified sticker?
Yep. You don't have to have a door on it. You see people coming down the road.
Yeah. So I'm like, one of my cats might jump out of the trailer, right? On the highway.
The Huskies is where you was at, Alvin. I never was in the Huskies much. I always went over to the 76. I got a girl fired over at the 76 one day. I can't drink tea if it's soured.
Right.
I don't drink milk. And I went in and I asked her I got my meal and I go, I'll take a glass of sweet tea if it's fresh. Oh, it's fresh. Well, she came back. I
Yeah.
tasted it and it was soured. And I go, can you bring me a Dr. Pepper? And she smarted off, you're going to have to pay for that. And I didn't say a word. And then she smarted off at me. And I go, excuse me? And she got really belligerent with me. Well, the manager heard her arguing with me and
Yeah.
come out and fired her right on the spot.
Wow. Oh, let me tell you, the restaurant here in Denver, they put in limits on how much you're allowed to get on tips. A lot of the restaurants here.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. So if you make over a certain amount of tip, you gotta give it back to the restaurant.
Oh, that ain't right.
Because there's been a lot of conflict of interest. Between the server and the customers, basically.
Hey,
So,
Scott. There's Scott. I was telling you, we was talking about border crossings a little bit ago, Scott, and I told him to watch your channel because you cross back and forth across the border a lot in a car, and you was talking about how it's getting more difficult the other day, and you do it several times a month, and you know the rules, and it's still getting bad going across the borders.
I know there's certain food you cannot bring across the border. Like you can't bring fruit, you can't bring meat.
I don't know what that is. If you want to ask somebody that right there, Rambling the Brahms,
Yeah.
Scott, get on his channel and you can ask him there. He knows all about that. He does it all the time.
I remember 10 years ago when I went down to Mexico, I tried to bring back my parents tried to bring back meat, hot dogs, and all that, waters, and when I got to the border, they asked me where you bring it. I'm bringing some pork, hot dogs, watermelon. Boy, we got that confiscated at the border. It got confiscated.
I think Scott's going to make a hidden compartment in his car so he can bring stuff back and forth. He's going to be a runner from the borders like the Moonshiners did years ago. Have a false floor somewhere. I'm getting closer to you, Scott. I'm going to Allentown, PA this week. So I'll be south of you.
Was that a limo?
Scott's saying something here. Both sides are tightening up. Pretty much no fruit, vegetables, meat, THC, and CB. Yeah, that's what I thought they were. Yeah, I knew the guns and the ammo you couldn't. And it used to be you couldn't take no Playboy magazines across. I don't know. I haven't been across the border in a long time. It's
Oh,
been
another
probably
thing you cannot bring
20
across.
years.
Another thing now you cannot bring across no more like burned CDs or DVDs. You can't bring those across anymore from Mexico. Because the problem they've been having is like bringing pirated movie, pirated music across the border into the U.S.
Oh,
Because in Mexico, like you could sell pirated movie, pirated CD, pirated DVDs. They sell all that in the streets, and now you can't really bring that across no more. Because if they catch you bringing that whole bunch of that stuff across, it's not considered drug possession.
well, they're even getting strict in what you can mail everywhere now too.
What do you mean?
Like you can't mail alcohol or anything like that. Some places people are these. I watch a lot of or prepper shows,
Yeah,
and they're having problems mailing seeds. They don't get across. People are just trading seeds or giving seeds away.
yeah.
Certain areas they're getting hard time to get stuff like that even across the borders.
Well, I mean, you're talking like across state lines, right? Yeah,
Oh,
there's
it's never
certain.
been boost.
Yeah, there's certain you can't mail. You cannot mail across state lines either. Like here in Colorado, like they legalized the marijuana years ago. Like you can't take that out of Colorado. You can't take it across the border.
Scott, are you out riding around today? You're always on the go.
Yeah, I bet you have your truck decorated all fancy, right? In the inside,
No, it's just a plain Jane truck.
like with curtains, lights, and all that. A good sound system.
No, I just got a cheap JVC radio. I don't listen to radio that much. Oh, your council meeting. Okay. I thought about the going into government years ago. I was rented a gas station in a little town where I live, and I did a bunch of stuff there. And the people always wanted me to run for mayor. We needed some new streets, and I told them we need to get grants and let the government pay for it. And nobody knew what I was talking about, and they wanted me to work. I was actually the fire chief for a while, and they wanted me to run for mayor, but I never did. I thought about doing that, but getting into the government side, but I'm not very good at spelling and writing stuff, so my spelling is horrible.
Man, you would have made some
And
easy, pretty good money as a mayor.
I wasn't going to do it for the money. I wanted to help the town because our
Right,
town there, the streets are really bad, the sewer system's really bad. The people that was in charge of just never upgraded. It's it's like we had a fire truck was 10 years old. We had 3 fire trucks. Our
right,
newest one was 10 years old and getting wore out. I had a shop, so I always maintained it
right,
and everything. But sometimes you can't work on something that's wore out. It needs to be replaced,
right.
and they wouldn't come up with the money and stuff. So, but
Hey,
we got a good guy in
what
there
does it mean
now.
we hear about like on the new vehicles, like they're maintenance free parts and all that, maintenance free engine?
Well, there is maintenance free parts. What it
Yeah,
means is until it breaks, there's no maintenance to it. It breaks and you replace it. Like you
like
got
the
your
total
ball
car.
joint bushings
Yeah,
and your tie rod ends. Some of those don't
yeah,
have grease zerks,
right.
so it's maintenance free. But when it goes out, you just got to replace it.
Like me, guaranteed. They say like guaranteed the parts will not go bad or anything.
No, it don't guarantee it ain't gonna go bad.
Like you buy a truck that's like maintenance free, breakdown free, and all that, and trouble free, maintenance free vehicle.
Our pickup, Shannon's got a 2020 GMC, and it even tells her every time the light comes on, tells her when to change the oil on it.
Right.
She got an appointment to go in Friday to change the oil on it. It tells her how much percentage it is. It ain't maintenance free. It actually tells you when it needs maintenance.
But what did it mean when they advertise it that way? Like maintenance free, trouble free on a new vehicle?
I ain't sure what they're talking about. There's always some kind of maintenance on something. Now, there is a lot of, even some new trucks don't have grease zerks on them. So
Right.
you don't have to, grease them, but it's ridiculous. They say they last long, but I don't see how it does.
Or you think like they just like giving you misleading information just to get you to buy their car, right?
I would think so. I can't prove it, but I would say so.
Like false information, misleading you.
Stuff wears out. I mean, look at your computer or your instruments there.
Yeah.
They always wear out.
Yeah,
Or
the
some
strings on
breaks on
the strings on my guitar, I had to change them every 3 months
Yeah,
because they lose its clarity.
Yep.
Or like the strings on my guitar, my banjo, I had to change them every 3 months. Because it loses clarity over time.
And nothing lasts forever.
Like my digital keyboard, I had it for 5 years and I haven't had any issues.
Don't say nothing, it'll break.
Now my turntable, that I got was there up here. I had issues 5 years. That I got from my graduation when my friend got me there for my graduation when I graduated college 5 years ago. Well, what happened was, I started having problems after coming to Colorado. Like, it malfunctioned, it started spinning my records faster, like backwards, reverse, like really super fast. I don't know what happened. It was a malfunction. It's because it's digital. Because a minute I turned it on one time, and then what happened? It started spinning the record really, really fast, and then all of a sudden I turned it off, turned it back on, and then it started spinning backwards, really fast. I don't know what happened.
You're lucky it didn't start throwing records at you.
Right? That was weird, right?
Man, wind is getting bad. You see the dirt flying across the highway here from this field. The guys are out there combining like a dust storm. They're out there combining beans.
Soybeans?
Yep.
I haven't seen a combine in person.
They're an amazing machine.
But they're big, right?
Yeah, they're huge. They're getting bigger too. But the guy rides up on top of them almost, and
Yeah.
it runs through there, and all it does is keep the beans or the corn and spits out all the trash. It's amazing how it can go through that machine and do all that.
Yeah, but from what I heard, that those combine could cut you up too, right? You get your foot or your hand caught up in the rollers.
Yeah, Yeah, there's a lot of people been hurt on them.
On the combine, like
Yep.
the blades are
There's a
so
lot of
sharp.
there's a lot of accidents.
But it can also eat you up too, right? And then suck you up into the machine and spit you out through the auger.
I don't know if it could take you all the way through or not. It might be able to, but I've heard them getting their arms stuck in the rollers and stuff
Yeah.
like that and chewing their arms off. But I don't know if it's got enough force to, because they will plug up with corn stalks. So I don't
Right.
know if they would plug up with a human being or not.
Right.
I ain't trying.
Right. You know, there was a.
I got a few people I know I'd like to throw in one. Try it.
Yeah, I know. I knew at my old neighborhood here in Colorado. At my old house, I knew one guy. He had a DR, like a DR chipper to chop down wood and all that to shred him.
Yep.
And he was talking about shredding predators that were after his daughters or whatever.
We actually want to get one of them, a shredder deal, because
Yeah.
a chopper. We feed our goats hay,
Yeah.
and we want to get a small one where we can run the hay through and chop
Right.
it up finer for them.
Right. So how much is a bale of hay now?
The big round bales are anywhere from $70 to $100. The big 5x5 round bales.
Wow.
Paula says she's glad she's not one. No, but you know a couple of them, Paula.
Because here in Colorado, they're so expensive. You could get a small bale of hay, like 18-inch, for $75.
Now down in Oklahoma, I watch Gillum Farms. They advertising for his wife on here,
Yeah.
and hay down there is going for about $50 a bale down there.
$50, right?
Yeah.
Gee, that's expensive. See, I'm looking for the miniature scale, like small version of it.
Yeah. They actually, some of the farm stores have these, and some of the, like Hobby Lobby, they
Yeah.
have some miniature bales of hay or straw that people use for crafts.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But they're so expensive here. It's around $60.
Oh.
Well, because I guess because we're a city, that's why, right? Like the city don't really want anything to do with the farm community, basically.
If it wasn't for the farmers, we wouldn't eat.
Well, that's true.
And I don't know about you. I like to eat.
Oh yeah, I tell my brother-in-law because my brother-in-law told me, oh, he hates farmers, ranchers. I tell him, well, without them, we wouldn't have no food.
Yeah, you can grow some yourself, but to grow everything you need,
To an extent,
you would be a farmer.
yeah. Yeah, but city have more regulated, like they tell you what you're allowed to have in your backyard, what you're not allowed to.
Yeah, you're right, Scott. The small, I don't know what bales he's talking about, Scott. So yeah, our grass hay is about $6 a bale for the small bales. Alfalfa is $10 right now in our area. Yeah, it'd be hard to. I mean, it was rough this year. I bought, what did I get? I think we bought, and because I don't have no pasture to get my own hay, so we buy all of our hay. And I think I bought 40 or 45 bales, big bales, and they was around $100 a piece. We got some for 90, 13 of them for 90, but all of it around $100 a piece. But then we got, I think, 500 square bales of alfalfa and grass hay that she hand feeds different times. But most of it, the alfalfa was anywhere from 8 to 10 out of the field, and the grass was like 6. But we were in kind of a drought area this year. I didn't think we were going to have as much at the beginning of the year when I bought all the hay. And then we got a bunch of rains, and they actually got 4 cuttings of alfalfa this year on a few of the fields, and the hay, they've got 4 cuttings now. It started raining. We had a slow start. It was really cold the first part of the year, so the grass wasn't growing, and neither was the alfalfa and the sorghum that they feed the livestock. It was really slow growing. We didn't know if we were going to have a crop. I don't have as many cows as you got though, Scott. I only got 3 1/4. Got my little bull, and a bull and 2 cows is all I got. Now Shannon's got, I think, 30 goats. Damn, I hope the wind ain't windy like this all the way across tomorrow. We'll make a long day. What are you playing with, Bonzo? It sounds like one of them label machines.
No, it's my mouse.
Shannon,
And I scroll.
she forgot her mouse went dead yesterday. She's supposed to get a battery. She forgot this morning. Only 50 up there?
Hey, does
ours
Amazon
went for 100 this year.
Hey, does Amazon deliver to your area or no?
Do what? I didn't hear
Does Amazon delivers in all areas or no?
you. Yep.
Because here in Colorado we have the Amazon vans delivering instead of the mail or UPS or FedEx. Because man, I'm thinking there's no Amazon van in your area.
When I left the house, it looked like it was going to rain there. Shannon looked it up. It's supposed to rain after 11 to 6 o'clock tonight. I don't know if it's coming over your guys' way or not. You got 30 head of them. I watch another show. He's got cows like yours. The overseas Tom is his name. He's got dairy cows mainly, but he's got a few head like yours, Highlanders or whatever you call them. I forget what I think that's how you call them. But yeah, Tom, a dairy farm I watch on YouTube. They actually sell beef cows too, and they got a market. They sell milk and dairy products, but they also sell meat. I think he's not in Ireland. I forget where he's at. And I watched another guy that's like in Ireland. I had some Black Angus in Jersey for a while, and I got rid of those, and I just got my miniature Herefords now. I'm going to just keep breeding them and sell them off. They're going for around $2,000 a head right now, so that should pay for the hay. Yep, the babies should pay for their hay. Oh, the rain's not coming over by you. Paula, I hope it rains really hard every Saturday night rest of the year now.
We got rain yesterday.
So Winston gets rained out. That was bad what they did Saturday night.
Yesterday we got rained.
No snow yet though, huh?
No, I'm up maybe in the mountains. Oh, I don't want snow. It's yeah, the snow hurts my eyes. Can't stand the snow.
Oh, the brightness.
Yeah. Even though my brother-in-law and my family said that I'm a drama queen.
Yeah, that's what ours are going. Our calves are in our area for this year. There's not most everybody in our area's got Scott Black Angus. There's just a couple smaller farms that's got the Herefords, so there's not that many in our area. So I guess it makes the market a little bit better. I don't have that many to do it. I only have 2 calves a year. I got a little bull that I've been showing off, Sir Charles. We got him, I think, sold already. There's a young couple. They got a little girl that loves me, comes over and buys goats, and they want to get into cows, and they got first dibs at him. They asked if our first one was a bull they could have. So they're supposed to come over and look at him. I've never had any of the meat from them cows. I don't like a dairy cow meat. I don't mind the Black Angus, but the Herefords taste a little bit better to me. The texture and stuff, but I've never had any of them Highlanders meat. A lot of people say it's really good. Oh, car burn up. I actually was sitting there. Shannon went to work last night. There wasn't really nothing on YouTube, so I was just looking at new stuff. That's how I get subscribers to go different channels. There was a guy, I didn't know, I've always wondered if you could eat ostriches, and there was a guy overseas was preparing an ostrich. He was putting it over an open flame. He was making a sauce and stuffed carrots and onions and stuff, but he was processing an ostrich. Looked just like a big old turkey, but Pretty neat little video, about 25, 30-minute video, and cooking the ostrich. Scott, my wife's going to put Jesse out of business with his vanilla. She's making some homemade vanilla out of vodka and bourbon or something. She got the beans in the mail. She's going to give it away for Christmas. She's making a bunch of homemade vanilla. She bought some bottles and everything. Oh, we've made it to Iowa City.
That's in Iowa, right? Iowa City.
Yeah, we got about 45 more miles and we parked for today. We're going to the supposedly the world's largest truck stop. It's where they have the big old truck shows at every year. I used to work for a company here. I drove a truck, but I didn't drive a truck. I hauled equipment around. We built a lot of the Walmart distribution centers that are around the country. We made them in Virginia and California, all the way across the states. We did all the cement work. I transported all the equipment back and forth. But it was right here out of Iowa City. It was guys that I worked with that did the cement work itself. They were a Mexican crew from Mexico. They would come up here and stay, and then they'd go home for 30 days and then come back. When I wasn't driving the trucks over the road, I'd drive the dump trucks or cement mixers. Yeah, it's not a bad place to eat either, is it, Scott? They got several different. They got the restaurants. They got fast food in it, all under one roof.
So you could choose whatever you want from.
Yeah, and then they got a fuel island. They actually got I think a Blimpies Church's chicken, not Church, your Chester chicken, and stuff out of the fuel island too. So yeah, there's a lot of places to eat at this one little truck stop. They got a museum that's got a bunch of old trucks in it.
Is it the I-80 truck stop you're talking about?
Yep, that's where we're stopping.
But you said the trucks are expensive there, right?
Yep. Everything is anymore, but yeah, truck stops are usually marked up a little bit more.
Because they're the ones who sell through Amazon too.
Yeah, I seen here a while back he was talking about them little trucks. And
Yeah.
I went in the fuel island, I looked at the truck, it wasn't a cow hauler, but it was a small, I don't know what scale, but it was $50 for it, about size you got there of your trailer.
Yeah,
But
mine went to
it was
32 scale.
$50.
Went to
50
32
bucks for
scale. Wow. You're probably looking at the 164 scale.
Yeah, we'll stop here tonight, and then we'll probably stop at Stony Ridge tomorrow, Ohio.
I know tomorrow I gotta work.
Well, it sucks to be you. I got to work every day.
Well, tomorrow, I can't complain because tomorrow we're gonna be carving pumpkins at work, at the office.
Carving pumpkins, huh?
Yeah,
There's a collab. Some people are doing a collabs. They're letting their chickens carve and the pumpkins. They
yeah,
take and poke a little holes, kind of start the pumpkin, and then they put a pumpkin in the pen with their chickens and let the
Yep.
chickens peck it all out. And some of them are pretty cool looking. Some of the channels are doing right now. I don't know who started it, but it's pretty cool watching it. You never know what I'm watching. I watch all kinds of stuff. Homesteading, camping, fishing. Like I was watching the ostrich last night. And, dirt moving. I just watch everything on YouTube. Even when I'm home, I'll have the TV on, but I'm still watching something on YouTube.
right. I wish I could get something out of YouTube, like physically get an item from the TV screen. Like sometimes I see these model trains that I really want from the YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Like, if it's really possible, I could break the TV screen and snatch a couple of model trains out of them. I don't know if that would be possible, right?
I don't know. You could try it once. Make sure you
Remember,
try it on your sister's TV though.
But when I was like 5 years old, I did broke a TV screen, one of those old TV consoles.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you told me.
Like I was hoping to get a train set out of it. I didn't get what I wanted. Like, what do you call those tubes from the TV, the CRT tubes?
Yeah, the picture tubes.
Yeah, like you break those,
Yeah.
those could be deadly, right?
No, they ain't got nothing deadly in them.
Because I
They
remember
got a
breaking one.
gas. They got a gas in them, but it's not deadly. When I was in the service, I used to work on TVs and stuff. I get all the tubes, the old tube type.
Yeah.
Some of them are high voltage, so you got to watch. That's the worst thing. You don't know which ones are high voltage and which ones aren't,
Right.
and they get really hot when they turn on.
But I imagine those older TV they draw a lot of power, right? Basically.
Yep, yep. A lot of power and a lot of heat.
Well, we used to drive your electric bill really high back then.
Yeah, I had a tube tester and everything. I could test tubes and everything. I had a spare bedroom in our house. I had to set up to repair electronic stuff, and I did a lot of TVs for people.
Yeah.
I couldn't work on these new ones. I don't know anything about them.
The new
I
ones
never
are now
kept.
all LCD, flat screen.
Yep. I never kept up on my schooling on the electronics of it.
I had a friend of mine in New Mexico who has a TV shop, electronic repair shop. And what happened when he put his ad on the radio gave the wrong information. They gave out where they say on the radio people were saying the DJ was saying that mention the radio station you get a free TV.
Thank you, Scott. You didn't have to do that, though. Oh, Scott, when you just did that, did you see if my membership was back on? I turned my membership back on. I got tired of listening to certain people, so I turned it back on. I'm still going to do the 50-50 deal. When the money comes in, 50% will go back to a member and 50% is going to go to St. Jude's. But I don't know if the membership deal started back up yet or not. I applied for it. Let me look to see if it does it. Nope, it's not showing up on my phone anyway. I might have to do something else. And I'm not home. I got to do that on the computer, I think. St. Jude sent the shirt out. We mailed it out to Joy this week, so Joy's gonna, for Bubba, her son, he was at St. Jude's when he was little, so I give him the shirt. So she'll probably do a video about it this week sometime. Yeah, when I was home, I went back through it and it said I was accepted for the membership, so I don't know if it started back up or not. Just got you. Yeah, I didn't see it on my other phone either. I'll have to have Shannon look on the computer because I don't think I can look at it on my phone. See if I got to do something else. I might have got an email. I might have to do something else. I'll look tonight to see if I can find out. You said 2008. Yeah, on the north side of the truck stop, Scott, they built a great big building. It's got a museum in it now with a bunch of the old trucks and stuff in it. It's right as you pull in the driveway there. There's a great big, I mean, it's a huge building. I've never went in it yet, but Scott, I've been helping you and Johnny with your AdSense here lately. I got two, and I don't know why. I got two. My dollar sign is yellow. It said, you know, they still get monetized, and but it said something about the AdSense. But I don't know what I did wrong. I went back and looked, and I didn't see anything was wrong. And it doesn't tell me what was wrong with it when I was home. We got two days in a row. When I was coming out of Colorado, that one said bouncing to back home. I got it, and the day before. All yours are green. Yeah, I got two right in a row, and I don't know what I did. I wish they'd tell you what the problem was so you could fix it if you can. It was Thursday, and was it Thursday? Last Thursday, and let's see, what day did it was either last Thursday or Friday. Let's see, no, I was over there at the shop Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday, I think. Thursday or Friday? No, Friday I was home. So it was Wednesday and Thursday last week. I did that request for a review, but I don't know if they reviewed it yet or not. I'm not very good at this stuff, checking things out. I'm not technical. I turn the lives on and let it play, and that's about all I can do. I have learned how to get on the computer and go to Nightbot and StreamYard now, but I try a little bit each time I'm home.
Hey, you got any more trolls, Randy, or no?
Any more what?
Trolls?
Phones?
No, trolls.
Oh, trolls? No, I haven't been. Since I blocked that one gentleman, I haven't had a troll in a long time.
Well, that's good.
Yep. No, everybody's been leaving me alone.
Yeah, because I was on another live and before, and then all of a sudden this troll comes up and started exposing himself, and they had to terminate that live immediately.
Yep. I watch anymore. If somebody's coming up, I make sure I see them and moving around. I don't just hit the button really quick anymore.
Right.
There was a new name the other day came up, but I didn't know him and nobody else knew him. And he said his camera was broke, so I didn't take a chance. I didn't let him up.
Right.
He was typing in the chat, and everything. Some of them don't type, but this one was typing, but he said his camera was broke, so he couldn't do nothing, to show himself, but I didn't want to take the chance.
Now, how can you tell if legitimately if their camera's really broken?
There's no way you can make sure they're legit. That's why I usually, like you, I know your background, and I can see you moving around when you come up.
Yeah.
Molly, when Molly comes up, Molly's usually got her avatar on, but Molly would let me see her, so I can see her. And I have people either wave with the right hand or left hand or something, so I know it's them.
Yeah.
A lot of times Shirley's in here. Shirley's really good at watching that for me.
Yeah, but it could get crazy with trolls,
Yeah. Yeah, there for a few weeks, every time I turned around, there was a troll. And that guy that we blocked, it wasn't him doing it, but people following him. And there was a couple other channels that was happening to them.
Right. Because the other day, her watching another channel, and that person had a troll that came up on her channel on her live, and that was it. It got terminated.
Yeah. I don't have kids in here all the time, but I got kids in here once in a while, and I don't want them seeing that stuff.
Right.
I slip up once in a while, say certain words I shouldn't say, but I try to make sure I don't, but I do slip up once in a while. I got that hat on my dash there is Freezer Bound Outdoors, Adam, and he lives off of 80 somewhere. He texted me here a while back, and I'll be going across there. Maybe I can meet him this week. I've never met him yet. I got his number. I'll text him tonight. He even autographed my hat.
Wow. Well, there goes the flatbed.
It's actually, it's not just a flatbed. It's more of a gooseneck. It's not an RGN because the front don't mix. They haul boats on it. It's made to haul boats.
Well, to haul boats
that
on
one
it?
might not be. That one might not be boats. That might be something other lower. But this is lower even to the ground.
What do you call the depressed trailers?
Which trailer?
The one that pass by, like a depressed, like when it's lower to the ground.
Yeah, they got RGNs. They call them RGNs. A removable gooseneck.
Yeah.
The front end comes off and they go right down below the ground. Now this is a flatbed passing me.
Oh, so that's a flatbed.
Yeah, this one here comes fast now.
I don't know what he has. Otherwise, he's came that's covered up, right?
Yeah, you can't tell what he's got in there.
For concealing something.
Probably lumber.
Oh, that has to be covered, right?
Yep. Because the different shapes, I'd say it's lumber.
Yeah. Now, are you responsible? Like, let's say something falls out of your trailer and it damages a car behind you.
Yep. You must have your load secured at all times.
Oh, can you put can you put a disclaimer sticker on the back of your trailer, like not responsible if for damage to your vehicle if you're too close to me or something?
Not on the semi part here. Now some dump trucks tell you not to follow too close within 200 feet. Because if a rock comes off and breaks the windshield, I don't know if they're responsible or not.
Now, can you put that on your semi or no?
No, I can't put it on mine.
No?
I'm responsible if something falls off this.
So you legally can't put a disclaimer just to cover your butt, right?
Yep.
You know how some places they have you sign waivers, like they want to cover their butts and all that.
Yep.
Like make you sign away negligence, basically.
Yep. Everybody likes to sue anymore, so they got to do that.
Yeah. But you know what? You know what's the bad thing about the waivers? They don't always hold up in court.
Yeah, they don't.
Like California, like they don't honor waivers anymore. If something get hurt at your place, you're still responsible no matter what.
It's like we got horses and cows there at the house. If they get out and somebody runs into one of them on the road, we're responsible for them. But here's a good instance. Our neighbors across the road from us got cows.
Yeah.
Their cows got out in the back pasture, went through a guy's bean field and destroyed a bunch of his beans. And he come and asked us whose cows it was. He thought they was ours. I go, no. Those cows belong to somebody else. And I told him where they live at. They don't live there on the place. They live a couple miles away.
Right.
And he went over and told them, and they're going to have to pay for the damaged crops now.
Wow.
They had about 30 or 40 head. They got out in the guy's bean field and just tromped them down. He took pictures and everything, the paths and stuff that they tore up. He took a bunch of pictures, so I know he went and talked to him. I didn't ask him what they was going to do or nothing like that, but he come back the next day and thanked me for telling who they was. I didn't want him to sue me for somebody else's cows.
Right. So basically, he's going after the cows, right?
Yep.
So I didn't know cows could do property damage.
Yeah, they can walk and trample the crops down, and plus eat. You know, they can do a lot of damage. And when you get at least 30 of them, wandering around, they trample down a lot of. They get out 3 or 4 times on them. I helped them put them back in once, so that's why I know they got out. They come over in our yard and we chased them away, and they went in the alfalfa field behind our house.
Yeah.
But they weren't out there very long, so. But yeah, they trampled his bean field all up.
Wow, like.
Well, you've been out hiking and seen paths where animals have made a trail.
Well,
Imagine
where,
a
where I
2,000
live,
pound,
where I live now,
animal
like
doing it.
it used to be. All this everywhere I live now, it used to be all farmland. From what I heard from neighbors, they say all this used to be cattle ranch years ago. But it's cities taking over. It's been developed. Houses being built.
Right.
Cows are long gone. They've been gone for years already. Like our house is spanking brand new. We got it built last year in November.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it's still like look like a ranch style home and all that, but still like the whole area, like spanking brand new. Like it's only like 2 or 3 years of development. Like we don't see cows anymore. It's all that's gone.
Yep. There's a lot of areas that way. They've developed, taking the farms away.
I imagine that there's not gonna be no farming in the future, right?
Well, it's certain areas, they are doing away with it. I mean, that's what's making farmland worth more, though, too. There was a place in Missouri my wife was looking at, or seeing the ad. It was the highest piece of farmland sold. It went for, I forget what it was now. It was an ungodly price per acre. But it's really good land, and I forget what it was. It $15,000 an acre or something like that. It was they said it was the highest piece of land sold in Missouri in a long time.
Yeah, probably gonna get sold to developers.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with it. There's a guy I used to buy my house I had before this one. He lived in Arizona, there in Phoenix, but he had property in California, and he was holding out. He ended up dying, so he couldn't hold out no longer. But he had one house, and it was an industrial area, and they offered him over $1 million for, like a piece of land the size of your house, in a yard.
Right.
And they offered him, because it was in a development area, it was kind of messing up the deal, and he was offered $1 million for one little piece of land. It's a old deal, supply and demand. If they're developing a town, or they got to move out, make them suburbs. So I know from the first time I started going to Denver, there was a lot of farmland before you get into town. Now they build, stuff out there on the north end.
Especially like in the Aurora side, like the far east of Aurora now, like
Yeah.
I mean, up to E4 where E470 is now.
Yeah, that used to be all farmland. And then they built the airport out there, and they built, about they're still developing it.
Oh yeah.
The airport was the first thing out there, out in the middle of nowhere. It was what 7 or 8 miles from town, but from anything.
Yeah, like
I remember when the airport
I'm not.
was down,
I'm not that far
down
from.
there
I'm not
almost.
that far from the airport. Yeah, I'm not that far from the airport.
Oh, you're not?
No, I would say maybe like 6 miles.
No.
Maybe like 10 minute drive to the airport, basically.
I deliver a lot of trailers around the airport area when I used to run there all the time. Different things, moving vans. There's a lot of furniture van companies out there. They build up out there. It's easier for the trucks. You know, they
Yeah.
get out away from the city.
Yeah, traffic is pretty bad in the city.
Yeah, it is.
Traffic is so
Yeah, it
bad.
did. When I went up north there, I got on 470 and up there went up north, and it wasn't that much traffic. It was easy going up and back down, you know. But if I'd have went in there and went up around 270, went up 25, I'd have been in all kinds of backups.
Oh yeah, there's always backups. No, supposedly the interstate's supposed to be smooth sailing, right? The interstate's supposed to be smooth rolling,
Yeah,
constantly going.
supposed to.
But that's
But
not always the case, right?
But there's
And
always
big-
somebody messing up.
Usually Wednesday evening when I had my graduation, oh my gosh, you should see it like 70. Because the way we went to Arvada, we took the E470 all the way around the southern part of the metro area to
Uh-huh.
avoid the traffic. Then when we got on 70 to get off of Oxford in Arvada, it was backed up because there's so much construction going on.
Yep. Yeah, 470 should have been built years ago. It's already being developed out there. You know, businesses and stuff. But it took a while to build it. But you know, it by the time they get done building, it's going to be wide and make it 6 lane down through there
Yeah,
because it's just growing and growing.
yeah. You got 7.
Because you got the mountain the other way, so it's kind of hard to build that way. So they got to build to the east, north and south. You know.
Well, they should make another interstate through the mountains because interstate
Yeah.
I-70 is always congested in the mountains.
Yep.
I don't know if you've been out that way.
Yep.
Like I mean,
Yeah, I
like,
used to go over to the Grand all the time.
the Grand Junction.
Yep. I pulled frat tanks. It's like a big water tank.
Yeah.
They're frat tanks. They sit them on the ground. Construction areas. They put water in them, and for areas and stuff. And they got a big place over there. I used to go over there.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
thing
we're
is that
We're almost to
We
the truck
should-
stop.
we should get this year. We should get another interstate through the mountains.
It costs a lot of money to go up over the mountains.
Or like what they should do, like upgrade our interstates here, like make them double deckers, like LA.
They don't last very long in the weather like that.
What the
LA
double
doesn't
deck?
get. No, we got one there in St. Joe, and they're going to talk about taking it down because
Well,
they don't last as long.
Well, the double decker freeways that has 2
Nope.
floors.
Nope, they don't last in the snow climate and the cold weather. The cement doesn't last as long.
So they have to take it down.
Yeah, they're going to take ours down because it costs more to maintain it than it does to put a new highway in. They're saying because
Because
of the weather.
I thought a double decker freeway have like it's a 2 floor freeway. Like you got the bottom floor and then the top floor freeway, the
Yep,
same direction.
yep. Yeah, we got one that's about, oh, it's 3 miles long, I guess. Right there runs along the river where I live. And you can see it just deteriorating. They're always closing it, working on it. Oh, I can see the truck stop. I'll leave this on when I pull on, so Scott's still on here. You can see the museum when I pull in the driveway. I'm gonna solo me out so people can see easier.
You could enter the museum, right?
Yep. I'm not able to. I can't walk long enough to walk around it.
Well, the other no double decker freeways are more expensive to maintain than the single
Yep.
floors.
Yeah, they did a breakdown on the one there at the house, what it cost them to maintain it and everything.
Like you on the
But
bottom
with
floor.
this, with the snow and ice and salt and stuff, it just deteriorates it.
Maybe what they should do, seal the concrete with epoxy or something, right?
Well, they seal it with different things, but it just don't last through all the elements.
Like maybe pour epoxy on top of the asphalt or something.
I mean, if you watch any bridge, the pillars and stuff are always shipping and stuff. It just doesn't last forever. All right, Scott, if you're still here, get over the bridge and you'll be able to see the big old museum.
Yeah, I heard people throw stuff on the bridge on the freeways.
All right, that big building right here in front of us on the right, that's the museum. All that is nothing but a museum.
Oh, I never seen a truck with a screen, a trailer with a big old screen.
Oh, yeah, the billboard.
Yeah, that's a billboard.
Yeah, it's a billboard.
I thought it was a truck that has a trailer with the screen.
Next time I'm home, I will go by. There's a truck stop by
Yeah.
my area. It's a real truck up on posts. It's up in the air as a billboard. I'll go by and get a picture of it and send you.
Okay.
But yeah, this is I-80 Walcott, Iowa, guys. This is all truck stop.
Hey, can you send me a hamburger from the truck stop? Some fries in
Sure.
the mail?
Sure, I'll send them to you. I hope they're not green when they get there.
Yeah, that's in it. Free matter for the blind to save postage.
All right, guys, I'm going to end this. I'm going to pull up fuel out here, run and get me something to eat, and get parked. Don't forget tonight, Ugly Dog Lures is going to be live here in a little while. Go over and say hi to him. Scott goes live Thursday and Friday, Rambling with the Brahms. So, everybody have a nice evening. I'll catch you all tomorrow, probably.